Okay, what's up, everybody? This is the Broken Twitch coming at you guys again with another video. Just want to say to everybody, happy upcoming New Year. Want to say happy upcoming New Year to everybody. Hope everybody is looking forward to the new year to 2022, and let's hope that the year is a little bit better than it was. So anyway, everybody, you know what time it is, though. For the people that play Fate Grand Order, though, I know that Blade Charge just started playing Fate Grand Order. I know that Lashana. By the way, everybody, before I get this started, I do want to say, please, if if you have Lashana on Twitter or if you have her on Facebook or something, please DM her. She just lost her mom. Um, she really needs a lot of support right now going forward. Okay. She really needs a lot of a support right now. As a matter of fact, I spoke to her. I spoke to her just last night. She was um she was doing well and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that she's gonna be reality's gonna hit her big and stuff. Um, but anyway, I'm not here to talk. But anyway, though, I don't want to bring up any sort of negatives right now. What I want to talk about is I want to talk about the Lucky Bag summoning campaign that is going to take place. I believe, yeah, it. So this is the JP one, knowing, but but knowing how they do things, though, chances are it's gonna start tomorrow. Tomorrow, once midnight hits. So for the people that don't know, this is paid. This is paid courts. It costs you 15 paid courts, which is the equivalent to around $15. Um, as you can see, you have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. You have nine different banners you can roll from. They are all class based, unlike what's going to happen to us this time next year. What's up, Jedi? Unlike what's going to happen to us around this time next year. So, what's going to happen next year is that instead of it being class based like this, um, there's going to be a set number of 5-star servants and 4-star servants on a banner. And the way that it's going to work is that they are going to put those, they're going to put particular 5-star limited servants and 4-star limited servants on a banner that is going to change every 24 hours across the next 10 days. So it's going not 10 days. It's going to be more like 9 days actually. It's going to be more like 9 days actually. Because the event actually ends at because the event actually ends at because this is wrong. It actually ends at 11:59 p.m. for us over here on the East Coast. Or not just in the East Coast, but 11:59 p.m. period over here in the West. But yeah, so I am going to go over each and every one of these banners. I'm going to go down every class, and I am going to determine whether or not you should roll for each of these. So here's the thing. I'm going to be looking at this not just from my perspective. I'm going to be looking at this also from Blade Charge's perspective and Lashana's perspective as well, because their accounts are not as established as mine or John's or Phil's, for example, and stuff. Oh, look at him. Blade Charge is here. Perfect. So I'm going to go through all of these banners one by one, and I'm going to tell you whether or not you should roll the banner if you decide to drop the $15 and roll this banner. So we're going to start with the Saber class. Honestly, my opinion, I would not roll Saber class, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Proto Arthur, Sabre Stalfo, Okita Soji, Benny Enma, and Miyamoto Musashi. These 5 servants right here are all going to have banners in 2022. But Proto Arthur, his banner is going to be later down the line, come in the fall. If you did not roll for him back in, I'm going to say October, because he did have a solo banner. Sabre Stalfo. As a matter of fact, speaking of Sabre Stalfo is still up on the banner right now in FGO for the Christmas banner. So if you want to take your chances and try to roll for Sabre Stalfo, which is who I actually have. As a matter of fact, I actually have an NP2 Sabre Stalfo. So if you want to try and roll for Sabre Stalfo now, you can. Okita Soji. Here's the thing about Okita. Okita's not going to have not just one banner. Okita is going to be in, I believe, 2 different banners this year. Let me check real quick. FGO banners 2022. Let's see. Here we go. Summoning campaigns. So I have all the summoning campaigns up. So let me see. Let me look. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm scrolling. I'm not looking at the summer event. I'm looking specifically for. Yeah. She's going to actually have a rate up later. Oops. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. She's gonna have a rate up later. Right here. The Gutta summoning. The summoning on the campaign. She's right there. And by the way, speaking of Sabre Stalfo, you see this right here? Nightingale Christmas Carol rerun. And Sabre Stalfo is actually going to be in the, where is it? I just saw it. Where is it? I just saw it. Here it is. Yep, here it is. The Apocrypha event as well. So it's entirely up to you whether or not you want to roll this banner. Honestly, I wouldn't roll this banner simply because of the main fact that you have Benny Enma. Look at this though. You have Benny Enma coming right back. Here's the thing about Benny Enma. Benny Enma is coming right back. She's coming right back during this event. So you got a much better chance of you waiting. Then for me, I have a better chance of me rolling for Benny Enma. Unfortunately, for people like Blade Charge and Lashana that won't have the chance to roll, you guys will still be able to roll for Benny Enma, despite the fact that you guys will not be able to participate in this event, because you have to complete the which one is this? I believe this is Lost Belt. This is Lost Belt 3. Yeah, you guys are nowhere near close to Lost Belt 3, but you can still try to roll for Benny Enma if you want. So she's going to be in that campaign. Sigurd right now is actually good. But and then low key, and the thing about me low key is that I really want Sigurd, but I'm not gonna waste my paid roll on try to just get Sigurd. And that's the other thing you need to really take into consideration though. You need to roll a banner in which you have your best chance of getting a servant that you want. And right now, I would not roll Saber banner simply because of the fact that Musashi is going to have a raid up later. Benny Enma is going to have a raid up during this whole New Year's event. Okita Soji is going to have a raid up event. Astolfo is going to have 2 raid up events. And Proto Arthur is also going to have a raid up event later this year. So, my opinion, I would not roll Saber. Archers, on the other hand, if your account is new, Because here's the thing about it, though. There are two banners that I would suggest if your account is new. I'm going to get to the other one later. Hey, PPF, what's up? But anyway, though, let's talk about these archers for a second. So, if you look here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. You have Squirturia, who is still to this day one of the best single target arts, that's like art servants in the game. If you, here's the thing, if you manage to get your cards right, you can use her Noble Phantasm and then be able to NP loop with her. Because with her, she is, you could actually see her deck. But the one thing that really helps her to stand out is this right here. You see this right here? That first ability, that Summer Splash A+, increases own arts performance for 3 turns. So, and then of course her Noble Phantasm is arts. So, if you manage to MP loop with her, she is actually a really good arts-based servant. As a matter of fact, though, my old account, back when I first started playing FGO, I had lost that account. I actually managed to roll Squirturia and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that was my old account though. I now have a fresh new account though, and with a lot of really nice good servants. Ishtar, best farming servant. I mean, well, not best farming servant. She is one of the best farming servants in the game right now. Buster, useless, yeah, that's right. Useless goddess is still good. Useless goddess is still very good. She's a swimsuit servant, PPF. So you telling her to get clothes on her though. She's a swimsuit servant. So but useless goddess is actually really good. Really good. She got a I believe she got a strengthening quest a couple of years ago. So still good, despite the fact that Ishtar is indeed a useless goddess, but I believe Ishtar will also have a rate up this year as well. Gilgamesh, just nothing needs to be. I'm gonna tell you right now, nothing needs to be said about Gil. Everyone, and that's like anybody that plays Fate Grand Order knows who Gilgamesh is, though. The king of heroes, the most busted, broken. 95% of the roster is weak to his Noble Phantasm. 95% of the roster is weak to this guy, and that's like is literally weak to this guy and his Noble Phantasm. So. The most overpowered servant in I'm gonna say overpowered though, but the thing about it is though, if you get Gil on your account, here's the thing about Gil. With the exception of maybe one other archer that's actually in this lucky bag, if you roll Gil, chances are he's gonna be on your support list forever. And I do mean that though, because with Gilgamesh though, he is actually a really good archer, especially if your account is young. Here's the thing, if you don't have a lot of archers and you manage to get Gil, bruh, you're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. You're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with him though. He's actually really good. Archer John, one of another. Somebody who Blade Charge tried to get during the summer event last year, but was unfortunate. He did not get our summer Holy Maiden. I actually happen to have Archer John the Arc. I have her fully maxed out. And yeah, you want to talk about a very good archer servant. This skill right here. You see this right here? You see this bottom line where it says grant self invincibility for 2 attacks in 3 turns? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but Archer John is no joke. And then what makes this even better, she has another ability, which by the way, summer events, if you have her, you might as well put her on your support list and then just have people abuse her because you want to know why. You see this right here, increases on critical damage on increases on critical damage on the waterside battlefield for 3 turns. That summer events, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're fighting in an area that's by water, she's getting that buff. And she also charges her own MP gauge though from 20% to 40%, which is a really good MP battery. Here's the thing: a 20% NP battery, that's amazing. And then over time, once you max it out, because the other thing about me is this: I actually have all of her skills fully maxed out too. By the way, with the exception of her first skill. Well, no, not her first skill. I believe. Which skill do I have maxed out? It's this one. It's this one. I have her first skill only up to I think level 7 because because here's the thing. Even with the own arts performance though, it goes from 20 to 30. That's not bad at all. But the thing about it is though, because she is able to NP loop though, this one up over here isn't really all that important though. Because the thing about Archer John is that even at level 100, her attack is still relatively low compared compared to other AOE archers. But the thing about it though is though, her being who she is in her original ruler class, she still has that high insane health. So you basically use her mainly. So you basically use her mainly though to get her NP up, cause some damage, and then luckily you might be able to NP loop and then rinse and repeat the whole thing. Okay, so where am I at? Okay, so James Moriarty, aka Criminal Mastermind, aka the Criminal Mastermind, aka the arch enemy of Sherlock Holmes. James Moriarty is eh, I guess. Don't get me wrong, he's good for a single target. He's good for a single target, don't get me wrong. But the one thing that makes him really stand out, if you roll him, is this strength is once you get his strengthening quest done, you see this right here? This last ability where it says grants party even alignment except for self for 3 turns. This in turn ties into his third skill. So basically what you would do with James Moriarty is this. Once you complete a strengthening quest, you would, once you get those crit stars, you only need 10. And then if you're like me, you're gonna wait until you get a full MP gauge with them. You would activate this second skill, everyone becomes evil. You would then activate the third skill, which basically not only does it increase the attack one time, but if they're evil, it increases it again. And look at this. You see this right here? You see this 20%? That's right here. I need you to join a custom league of MB21. Oh, PPF, you already know who I'm going to be, bruh. Running with my Nats, bruh. I'm running with my Nationals. I'm running with my Washington Nationals, despite the fact, though, that my team is trash now. Despite the fact that, we're going to be trash now for, like, cannot do a draft either. That's fine. That's fine. Then that's like despite the fact that my Nationals are going to be some garbage for the next and for the next maybe like 10 years or so, because they're going to have to rebuild. But anyway, sad face. Anyway, but yeah, James Moriarty though, he's actually a really good single target servant and stuff. He's actually really good. He's really good though. He's chaotic evil, but you know, he's actually really good. All right, so okay, now we're getting to the one servant that if anybody tries to roll for, they're gonna want to try to get this guy. Hey Blaze, what's up? Okay, so this is the guy that everybody was hyped for from the very beginning of the year. Super Orion right now is probably the best archer in the entire game. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why. So, if you guys have never looked up full crit Super Orion on YouTube, but go look it up. Go look it up. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Because if I can find it, let me see if I can find it, and then I will. Yep, here it is. I found the video. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video real quick, and I'm going to let you guys see this for yourself. Exactly what I mean. Exactly how powerful this can be with a proper build. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it real quick. So for the people that don't know, what his Noble Phantasm does is that it gives him it basically gives him like superpowered buffs though to where he ignores invincibility, he increases his own attack, grants self the buff immunity for 3 turns. But the thing that makes this more important is this right here. Do you see this right here? If it's here's the thing though. If you have an MP5 Super Orion, which I do not have, it's a 50% attack buff. But here's the other thing. 500% full Noble Phantasm is a 200% crit damage. So, that ties in to this right here, his 3rd skill. So, he gets a 1-turn crit damage increase, though, when attacking with his own Buster cards. And he also gets an on, and then he gets himself an on attack he gets himself more attack up buffs for 3 turns, and he increases his own crit star absorption. He has 3 Buster cards. So if you don't know anything about Fate Grand Order, though, basically what happens is that what you would do is that you would activate his Noble Phantasm. You would then activate this 3rd skill. He picks up all the crit stars. He picks up all the crit stars. Especially if you have it all the way up to rank 10, which I do have, by the way. He picks up all the crit stars, and then if you manage to have all 3 of his Buster cards for that turn, you just basically red card everything, and on top of that, if it's a beast, if it's a wild beast, or if it's a demonic enemy, yeah, chances are it's dying. So, but yeah, Super Orion right now is like the best archer right now in the game, though. I would recommend, you know, rolling this banner. But before you do that, before you consider, you know, all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm gonna roll archer, and I'm not gonna listen to anything. All right, Blake Charge. There's still all of these other classes we gotta go through. Lancers are probably the one banner that I probably would not recommend you don't roll, though, mainly because of the fact that there's only one servant on this banner, though, that you would want, though, and that is a Reshkagal. And then honestly, if you want Skaha, you can try, but honestly, I wouldn't roll this banner, though, because of those odds, especially because Reshkagal is going to have a banner later, as is Skaha. Brunhilde is, she's kind of overshadowed at the fact that Reshkagal and Skaha on this banner, and to be honest with you, Tamamo Lancer isn't really all that good. right now because she needs buffs and she needs buffs badly. Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, I did want to show you real quick. I did want to show you this video real quick.
おっとさてカウンティングオーバー君に全チップをかけよう頼むぞリラックス最高のカードを君に
Okay, so basically what just happened there was that what that person did was that they basically did two Merlin buffs. Well, the attack up buff, which basically buffs Orion's attack to the point where when he comes back to the field, basically what's going to happen is that when he comes back to the field though, he's just going to destroy everything. He's going to destroy everything though. With his Buster cards, and then they swapped him out, and then basically they swapped him out because the deck wasn't proper for the moment. So, but what I will do is like I'll drop this. Like what I'll do is like I'll leave the link for you guys though. That way you guys can watch it yourselves though. But anyway, where am I at? Rider class. This is actually good. Especially for somebody like me, though, because I don't have a lot of riders. And to be honest with you, this up over here will probably be the banner that I roll. Because you have Rider Arturia, who is a servant that I really want, and then I was not able to get earlier this year. You also have Ivan the Terrible, who is also a good rider servant. You have Iskandar, who is another good rider servant. But mainly the two servants on this banner right here are these two. Are Rider Davinci and Simayi. So, for the people who have seen me play this game and you've seen me use Zhu Lang, aka Waver, this is his sister. And her noble phantasm is similar to his, but she doesn't have all the neat little perks with the stunning and the poisoning and stuff. However, she can do a however she does have that major defense drop. But the one thing that makes her unique from her Hickazim, what's up? But the one thing that makes her unique from her brother Zhu Lang is the fact that she has party-wide ignore defense class disadvantage. So what that means is that let's say that you're fighting with Saber up against an archer. Sabers are weak against archers. Her noble phantasm cancels that out. And that's basically what she does though. She is a support rider. She doesn't do a whole lot of damage though. Her max is only 12,000, but it's a lot higher than some of the other servants I just talked about though. But basically what she does is that she basically does everything that Zhu Lang does. But she also has like a Merlin-esque buff where she can basically grant one ally invincibility for 2 turns. Something similar to what Archer John the Arc has, though. But yeah, she's worth it. Davinci Rider is a Davinci Rider. She is actually really good now, but once a certain caster servant comes out, I believe later this year, or I think it's next year. No, it's next year actually. No, wait a minute. Is it next year? But give me a second. Let me see something real quick. Where are the banners at? Here we go. Duplicate and go back. Duplicate. Oh, wait, I can't go back? Okay, anyway. So I can't go back here, so we just do this. So, let me check something real quick. Is it this year that she comes out? No. It's next year. Oh wait, no, no. Oh wait, yep. There it is. There it is. There she is. Ha ha. There it is. So this servant right here, Castoria. Once Castoria comes out, yeah, Davinci Rider. As a matter of fact, many art servants are going to be incredibly broken. And yes, I will most certainly be rolling for Castoria as well during the summertime, though a lot of people cannot wait for her to come out. Myself included, a lot of people cannot wait for Castoria to come out because she is basically going to be the second coming of another servant that I'm going to talk about in a bit. As a matter of fact, I'm about to talk about her right now because I'm getting into the caster class. Caster class is not worth rolling for unless you like your odds. Why do I say that? Two reasons why. One and two. That's it. This is the only reason why you roll caster banner. If you want Merlin or if you want Scotty, because these two right here are part of the big three. Well, no, scratch that. No, scratch it. The big four. It's going to turn to the big five later in 2022 because you have Merlin, you have Scotty, you have Tamamo, you have Waver, and then later this year we're going to have Castoria. Those are going to be the big five caster servants in the game. But here's the thing: Merlin is going to have a rate up later this year. Scotty, I believe, is going to have another rate up later this year. I believe. If you, but honestly, it's not worth the odds to roll this banner because Caster Davinci, eh, honestly, not worth it right now. Murasaki Shikabu is gonna have a rate up later this year. Neuroclius is gonna have a rate up this year. Next year, Ilya is gonna have a rate up. So Caster Banner is really not worth it. Are any of these ladies in Ignite? Some of them were a while ago. Some of them were. Musashi is currently in IPW, and let me see who else. Ishtar is also in IPW. So yeah, a few of them are. A few of them are. As is Ruler Artoria as well. A few of them are. So, where am I at? Assassins. This is actually okay. So, if I were Blade Charge, I would recommend this is a banner that he rolls because if nothing else, you have Kama. You have Kamado, who is one of the best. Who is one of the honestly, man, no scratch. I take that back. If if Blade Charge wants to roll this banner, he can roll this banner. But honestly, there's only one main reason why you would roll this banner though, and then uh, honestly, but it would be for Kama because she's one of the because she is probably the best assassin right now in the game right now. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Though, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Cleopatra is a really good farming servant, as is Shuten Doji. Semiramis is also a good farming servant. Mysterious Heroine X is a good single target servant. Um, um, or or if you just want a saber killer as well, and then Old Man in the Mountain, aka King Hassan, he's King Hassan. So you know but King Hassan though he's worth it. But honestly, I'm not gonna roll this banner. It is definitely not worth the odds. Berserker class. Honestly, there's only two reasons why you want to roll this banner: Arjuna Alter and Miyamoto Musashi. More so for Arjuna Alter, as he is one of the best servants right now in the game. He is one of the best servants right now in the game. Kentoki, he's gonna have a rate up later. Hijikata, rate up later. Raiko, rate up later. I believe Mysterious Heroine X Alter is going to have another rate up later as well. So, oh yeah, same with same with Musashi. She's gonna have the summer event that happened earlier this year. The rerun is gonna happen. You're gonna have a chance to roll for her again, but mainly it's for Arjuna Alter simply due to the fact that he will not be getting another rate up for for the foreseeable future. And then by foreseeable future, I mean he won't be getting another rate up within these next 2 years though, because JP is 2 years ahead of us, and Arjuna Alter still has not gotten a rate up over there in Japan. So so the fact that he has not gotten a rate up over there in Japan means that chances are we're not getting a rate up for him at all in in NA. So, like I said, not worth it, at least for me. If Blade Charge, if Blade Charge, uh, uh, if Blade Charge or Lashana, if they want to take their chances, they can try to roll this banner. Now we're getting into the extra class. I'm not rolling this banner simply, but due to the fact that I currently have 3 of the 7 servants. No, 3 of the 8 servants on here. I do not like my odds. Plus, this is probably the one banner that I would recommend no one rolls though, because the odds are trash. If you want Mao Nobunaga, if you want Space Ishtar, if you want Jolter, if you want Dantes, if you want any of those servants, but that is the only servant you want, do not roll this banner. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why. This banner has the most servants out of any of the classes on these lucky bags. Your odds of getting your servant are lower than your odds of getting Scotty or Merlin on the caster banner, and are even lower than you getting Musashi or Bride Nero on the Saber banner. This is not worth it. I do know some people that are going to roll this banner specifically because of 2 reasons. Number one, they don't have any rulers or avengers on their account, or number two, they only have 1 servant on this banner and they like their odds. So, more power to them. But as for me, I'm not going to roll it. Sorry. All right, last banner. Extra class 2. Moon Cancer, Alter Ego, Moon Cancer, Foreigner. This is probably going to be the other banner that I roll if I decide not to roll this Rider banner. Reason being is because I have none of these servants. Akita Soji Alter, King Protea, Shishoin Kiara, aka the Planet Fucker, Melt, Summer BB, aka, and that's like aka our Summer Chaotic Evil Kohai, Abby, aka aka Pancakes Man, and Hokusai, aka the Artist. This is probably going to be the banner that I roll if I do not roll this Archer banner, or I don't roll this Rider banner, because any of these servants would be good. Because the thing about it is this is probably the banner that not only I would roll, but I would recommend Blade Charge rolls. Reason being is because the smaller your account is, the better off you are with one of these. You're better off with one of these extra class servants right here. Especially if you manage to get your hands on either Abby or Hokusai. Reason being is because Foreigner class servants are few and far in between, and they are Berserker killers. Berserker class servants do not like foreigners because foreigners will just utterly murk the hell out of them. All right, PPF will just utterly destroy them because because foreigners are actually really good against Berserker class servants. Um, if you just need a tank, I would take the giant cinnamon bun. I would take Miss Gao Gao. I would take King Protea, who is actually like really good. She is a really good tank. Um, her first skill provides that 10-turn buff and stuff. She's actually worth it. Although there are some people though who will disagree. I like King Protea, but overall she's good. Shisho and Kiara, the planet fucker, is the lewdest nun on the block. Is actually really good. Really good for a 5-star limited servant. All of my friends have this. All of my friends have her, and I don't. So I might just roll this banner to see if I can try to get Kiara, just in case. But yeah, she's actually really good. You know, circle game. Yeah, yeah, that's right, circle game. Anyway, but yeah, Kiara's actually pretty good. Summer BB, Summer BB. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody. I skipped Melt. Melt is actually a really good single target. Um, is actually a really good single target servant who has the ability to remove buffs thanks to her noble phantasm. But the only thing that really bothers me is the fact that she has 2 specific skills. This one that increases damage against Lancer enemies and increases her own extra attack performance. It's you know that right there is kind of what my beef is with Melt. Melt has too many specific skills to for me to back her. But if you want to roll for her, go for it. If you want to roll this banner and you get Melt, go for it. All right, Summer BB. Let's talk about Summer BB for a bit. Summer BB actually works well for my account. Why, you may ask? Because I have Bunnytoria. So, here's the thing. So, why does this work well for my account? Let me explain. Royal Card C+. Royal Card C+, what it does is that it reshuffles your deck. So, let's say for example, you get 5 cards that you don't particularly care for. You can have Bunnytoria reshuffle your deck. Let's say after that reshuffle, you get a deck that you want to use for the next 3 turns. That's where Summer BB comes in. Summer BB's third skill locks those cards for the next 3 turns. So let's say, for example, you managed to get... Okay, but so let's say, for example, all intents and purposes, right, you got Bunnytoria, Summer BB, and you got Super Orion on your front line. And that first deck is let's say, 2 of BB's cards, 2 of Bunnytoria's cards, and 1 of Super Orion's Buster cards. You reshuffle that deck. And then instead you get all 3 of Super Orion's cards, and you get 1 of BB's, and you get 1 of Bunnytoria's cards. Remember what I said earlier about Super Orion, though, and then about Super Orion is like the best archer in the game. You can then lock those cards for the next 3 turns though, and then you can have Super Orion to just beat the face in of that boss that you're trying to kill. So you know, so all circumstantial, man, not all circumstantial, all circumstantial, by the way. But honestly, this up over here will probably be the banner that I roll simply because of the fact that I won't necessarily be mad with who I get because because I can actually do something with Okita Soji and Melt. But honestly, if I manage to roll a foreigner, which I do not have on my account, which Loki kind of sucks though, because we don't have a lot of foreigners on the at all in FGO. We don't have a lot of foreigners. We'll be getting a welfare foreigner, I believe, in the next 2 years. I believe that we'll be able to get a welfare foreigner, Mysterious Heroine XX Alter foreigner variety, and after that, and then after that. But I will say this: 2023 is going to be the year that a lot of people are going to be rolling. They're going to be rolling for a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of like really good servants coming out in 2023. So, because if I look at the banners, where is it at? I'm trying to find the banners. Give me a second. Here we go. Because if I look at these banners, for me next year, I see maybe one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 4, maybe just to get lip. Maybe just to get lip, mainly. I'll probably roll this banner again just to get lip. But yeah, 5 right here. Chance to get Castoria. Chance to get Saber Gozen. And honestly, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it for me. Oh, Imaginary Scramble. Forgot. Benimo and Van Gogh. That's about it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ibuki Doji. So I'm looking at maybe about 8 banners that I'm probably gonna roll though. But honestly, some of these banners I'm probably not gonna roll as hard on. If I had to pick 3, I would probably I'm probably going to roll hard on the Olympus banner, mainly just to get Canis, because she's gonna be one of the best 4-star archers in the game. Um and I'll probably roll for uh Buki Doji because she's also on my list. And let me see. Third, if I had to choose, yeah, the Castoria banner, yeah. That's basically it. Those are my top 3 banners. Is the Castoria banner because I know that everyone that I know is going to be mainly going to be rolling for Castoria though, because she's about to be one of the best casters in the game and stuff. But yeah, but that right there was all I really had to say regarding this though. But if it were up to me, my top 3 would probably be Rider. I mean, well, in order from the one I would roll to the one. My top 3 would probably be Extra Class 2, Rider class, and Archer. At least that's me. But if I were Blade Charge, if I were him, I would probably roll this Archer banner simply due to the fact that you can make do with any of these. You can do real good with any of these servants and stuff. But I'm probably not gonna roll this because I already have Super Orion and Archer John, and then no 4 to 6 odds. I don't like that. The Rider banner I would probably roll because I can make do with any of these. But ultimately, I'm probably gonna go with extra two just to roll that. Hey Jen, what's up? I will probably go with extra two just because I can make any one of these servants work. And honestly, it would be nice if I got either Abby or um if I got Abby or Hokusai. That would be nice. But we shall see what happens though when the banner goes up tomorrow. So the banners I would avoid Saber and Lancer, and I would also avoid Caster as well because honestly, Caster, there's only two servants that matter on the entire Caster banner. That's Scotty and Merlin. So if you like your odds and you want them, go for it. Because what I did was that last summer I made the mistake of rolling Caster banner because I wanted Scotty and Merlin, and you know who I rolled? I rolled Davinci, Caster Davinci. I managed to get Caster Davinci. That's who I got. I was unlucky. So you want to roll a banner in which you have the best odds of getting a servant that you do not mind getting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Jedi. It can go horribly wrong, especially if you don't take my advice and you roll a banner that only because here's the thing with a lucky bag. You can only roll one banner. You can't roll them all. If you was able to roll them all and they allowed us to roll them all, I would be like, okay, you know what? Go for it. Go for it. See who you get from each class. But here's the thing: you can only roll one banner. You can only roll one. And here's the thing: what I did, my dumbass, the first time I did Lucky Bag was that I rolled a banner to try and get a servant that I really wanted. As a matter of fact, I remember correctly. It was the Archer banner, and I really no. Matter of fact, it was the Lancer banner, and I really wanted a Reshkigal. Do you want to know who I rolled instead? Brunhilde. I mean, don't get me wrong. Brunhilde is still a good single target Lancer. But the thing about it is this: you do not want to roll a banner in which that banner has only one servant that you want. You want to roll a banner that is going to get you a servant that you know you are going to use. I mean, that has multiple servants that you know you do not mind getting. Like, for example, let's say, you decide to roll the assassin banner and you like Kama, you like Cleopatra, you like Shuten Doji, you really don't particularly care for Semiramis, but you like Mysterious Heroine X and you like King Hassan. You would roll that banner. Or let's say, for example, you want to roll extra class 2 because, like me, you don't have one of those particular servants. You can do that. So, it really all depends on what you want. It really all depends on, not necessarily what you want, but what you need. And that's what Lucky Bag is all about. It's not about who you want, it's who you need on your account. For Blade Charge, personally, I would tell him to roll extra class 2. And the reason being, it's because the further he gets into the game, extra class 2 servants are going to be a lot more beneficial for him, especially if he manages to roll one of the 2 foreigners. Because believe me when I tell you this, though, if Blade Charge makes it all the way If he makes it all the way to the Lost Belts, trust me, they are going to be throwing Berserker class enemies at him, though. A foreigner is really going to help him out a lot. Now, here's the other thing. When you drop your 15 Saint Courts, it does not necessarily mean you're only going to get one servant on that banner. You could get lucky. You could wind up getting 2 or even 3. Because you want the reason why? I've seen people on Twitter roll lucky bag. One person, I kid you not, but it was one person last year. They rolled, I believe it was, let me see if I can remember correctly. I believe they rolled extra class 2. You know what happened? They got 2 servants out of it. They got 2 of the servants on the banner. I'm not sure which ones they did, though, but I do know one of them was an alter ego, and then I think the other one was an alter ego. So they managed to get 2 servants off of it, though. I knew somebody who I work with, though, that did Lucky Bag. They rolled Assassin Banner. They got both Shooting Doji and Mysterious Heroine X from that one Lucky Bag. So, you never know. You never know. But I will say this. Roll the banner that you believe will give you the best odds of getting a servant that you want. Because you know what I'm about to go do? I'm actually about to go and look at my account. And then ultimately, I am going to make that decision because I plan to roll my banner. I'm not going to roll it this weekend. But not this weekend. I'm going to wait until Sunday because the next stream I do on my channel, I'm going to be playing some fake Grand Order for you guys. I'm going to be doing some rolls on the Benny Enma event, which I believe starts on Tuesday. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait till Tuesday. We're gonna roll January the 4th. We're gonna roll. Not only are we gonna do this Lucky Bag summoning campaign, we're going to try and roll for Chef Ramsay, aka Miss Chirp Chirp herself. We are going to roll for Benny Enma. We're going to do some Benny Enma rolls because I tried to roll for her last year and I did not get her, though. So I'm going to try to roll for Benny Enma again this year, and we're going to try to see if we can get Chirp Chirp. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is it for this stream. I just wanted to give you guys my opinions on who I think you should roll for. I'm still not sure who it is I'm gonna roll for, which class I'm gonna roll for, but yeah, I am going to I'm gonna make that decision, and by the time January 4th comes around, I will have had made my decision. So anyway, everybody, I thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me talk about this for a bit. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for hearing me out, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay positive, keep striving, thriving, climbing, and grinding. Love you guys. Once again, Happy New Year, everybody.